Hello, this is the Trade Ideas Market Recap for Tuesday, May the 13th. My name is Barry Anderson. I am the moderator of the trading room. This is the address to get into the room. You can log in as a guest, or you can use your Facebook or your Twitter account to log in. Let's get right to the charts. And the first chart I want to bring up is DRL. Doral Financial Corp. Now, if you watched the video yesterday, you know that I was planning on watching this one. This is not typically the type of trade I usually like. The cheaper ones I usually shy away from, but yesterday I pointed out that this is the daily chart we're looking at right here, and I pointed out that this is today, and this is yesterday, and this is the day before. So this is Friday, Monday, and this is Tuesday. So you can see that it was obviously trying to do a bit of a recovery. So I said that I would definitely be watching this one first thing in the morning. So when I saw this action right here, this big candle right here and going through $4, I decided to jump and I had a little pullback right here. I decided to take the trade right here at 405 and I wasn't going to mess around. I literally got out of the trade at $4.20. Very quick early trade for me. Again, not definitely abnormal for me to try something like this, but I just thought that once it popped through the four that it had a good shot, and I was going to put my stop right around here. So it wasn't going to cost me too much to take this trade. But just wanted to show you, as I said, this is one that I thought we should be watching. The other one in the same vein is iCloud, or excuse me, Intercloud Systems. And this is what I'm going to be watching again tomorrow. And you can see why. Here's the daily chart. And you see had a fantastic day today, almost 7 million shares traded, and from $3 all the way up to $5. But it still has a little bit of life or some room to go. I mean, there's the top at 682 and 894, and here's where it really started its downturn at 1026. So again, I will be watching this one first thing in the morning. Again, not typically the type of trade that I like, a little low priced, can be pretty frantic. But you know, if I have a reasonable stop and the spread isn't too bad, I will probably take the trade, depending on what the action is, of course. So those were the fun ones. So now let's take a look at FCX because this is more typically what I do. Now, FCX came from my break of the 20-day high, and you can see that the 20-day high break was at 35.23, so it was right in this area. Now, I have to tell you that I got very lucky in this one because as I was watching this, and I had a tentative order placed, and something happened with my software, and I accidentally took the order ahead of when I actually wanted to take it. I probably wanted to take it a little bit higher. Again, 35.23 is what the break was, so I was looking for it to go a little bit higher, but I actually took the order right here at 35.25, and then it proceeded to go down, and I literally had an auto stop in at 35.10. If the bid had gone down to 35.10, I was out. And the bid got down to 35.11. This is the low. It was 35.11, but the bid ask was 35.11, 35.12. So I was literally saved by a penny. And definitely was a great reward because I took the first half off at 35.40, so I made 15 cents on the first half, and then I was kind of bound and determined. You know, a few videos ago, I've said that I tend to get out of some of these trades a little too early, so I thought I would hold on to this one unless it got back down to my original buy. And you can see that it didn't. I kept holding, and I literally exited right out here at 35.60 on the second half. And yes, I see that it got up to 35.78, but I mean, there's no way I would have kept it through this, even though I'd said I would hold it down here. But you know, you have to. Once I would have seen this, I would have definitely been out of the trade. So it worked out really well, 35 cents on the second half. But again, sort of an accidental entry to get in, and then I was saved literally by one penny from being stopped out. The third trade I took was CST, and that came from my bounce alert, and you can see why this was being hit hard. So I was alerted to it right in this area here. Actually, my alert was at 10:36, so it was right in this area right here, and I watched it, And again, I wanted to see it go through the whole number. Now, the other thing about this one is that it became very spready. So I knew that this was going to be a real challenge if I was going to get into this one. And so what I did on this one is I took the trade at 32.25, but I mean, you can see, look at this tail up here, the topping tail there. There's a topping tail up there, a topping tail up here, topping tail here. In other words, I mean, this had some wild, another one right here. This had some wild action in it. And so I'm sorry, I should back up here. I didn't take it here. I took the trade at 35, 32.15. I thought that looked a little high. So I took the trade at 32.15 when it broke above this area here, but I didn't take very many because of the bad spread. And I got out of the first half at 32.44, and I took the second half at 32.25. I actually held it for quite a while. It looked like it was going to hold here, and I was obviously really hoping that it would just surge up because had a look at the potential that it had. I mean, 33.76 from 32.15 area. So but it just didn't do that, and so I got out, and I really feel it was a good escape because I mean these can be very, very dangerous to get in when the spread really widens up. And the last one I did was KLAC, Clat Tencore. Never heard anybody pronounce that, so I have no idea if that's the right way. But this came again on my bounce alert and got it right in this area here. And I was a little bit late because really I should have been in around 63.18. I did get in at 63.23, and but I stopped myself out at 63.13, right below this area. I probably should have got out right there, but I'm sorry, right there. That's where I put my stop, and I took it a little earlier, and you can see what happened. It actually went down even lower, so I was saying, okay, good, good job. You got out when you should have, but then almost right after that, it came right back, and then it made a nice move up to 63.44. But I have to obey the stop, and this could have just as easily sunk a lot more. So, yeah, it was hard to look. In a matter of moments, it regained basically to where I bought, and then it made a nice move. But you just can't worry about stuff like that because the first time that I decide to it's going to come back, that's when it's going to drop another dollar, and then you can obviously you just start to kick yourself. So. Anyway, those were the trades for the day. I will definitely again be watching iCloud tomorrow, or iCloud Intercloud tomorrow, and let's see if it has a move right off the bat. Now, even if it comes back down and then moves back through five, that might be a sign for me to get in. Again, depends on the volume, depends on the pattern. So that's it for today. Let me just bring back the cover page. Here's how you get into the trading room. And I hope to see you in the room tomorrow. Tomorrow is Wednesday.